In tonight's Christmas episode, we're just going to go through a few stories, some that you may have heard before, some that you'll have never heard, some that we'll work on and be able to offer up in more detail in 2022. But we'll jump briefly back to July 1963, because lots of things are seen from the cliff tops of Bempton and Flamborough. As you know, I'm always banging on about it. But one that intrigues me is what I've called the Imperialist, and that's the small boat that's still in Bridlington Harbour today, but it was on the shores at Flamborough back in 1963, and three men were fishing. They'd gone out from Flamborough Head to haul crab pots, and they were under what's called Crab Rocks. Ironically, they're hauling crab pots, so it had to be called that, didn't it? When they're hauling these crab pots up, they're looking down into the water, and they see this reflection on the water, and they all duck, as though, not as though something's above them, something is above them. And when they look up, literally just above their heads, literally, not within touching distance, but we're only talking a few feet above their heads, is once again a white sphere of light, milky white sphere of light that's totally silent, the size of a beach ball. 1963, people. What did we have that could do that then? Was that man-made technology, or was that something else? I'd lean towards the something else. We're going back a lot of years. Do the maths. We're going back 58 years. That's a long time. And no sooner had they all set eyes on it that it just shot away into the distance and was gone. That was the last they'd seen of it. But this story intrigues me. And why does it intrigue me even more? Because no radios in 1963. So when they get back to Flamborough, there's people waiting to speak to them. Now, how could that be? Now, I've no stories of Men in Black. All I know is that, because I did manage to speak to two of these fishermen, and all they told me that there was people waiting, asking us what we'd seen and wanting to know the details about it. It made the Bridlington Free Press newspaper the following week, where they actually described what they'd seen in great detail, and hence that's the reason I found the story and picked up on it. But it's interesting, July 1963, and I think people, researchers, people just with an interest, if you look at that year, 1963, July, June, you will find lots of UFO reports around the UK and the world. Likewise, if you jump to 1967, similar month, June, July, you will find lots of UFO and unexplained phenomena reports, all connected, not just to East and North Yorkshire, but they're all clustering up within those years. So, just a few more stories for Christmas 2021. Thank you.